a beautiful day. It's May the 4th, 2018, and I'm out for a little ride. I did this once before last fall, and I put it up on YouTube, but I wasn't real pleased in the way my mic, or correction, my camera was positioned on it. So it's mounted to my helmet, of course, but I think it got turned down too low, and so it made it picture more of the dash here, up here, instead of where we're going. So I'm going to give this a try. I hope it comes out okay. It's about 65-70 degrees out today. Trees are in blossom big time, and those of you who suffer from allergies like I do, it's been a tough time. Finally got my medication going here, I guess you'd say, and I feel like I'm able to control it a little bit, but it's been pretty bad for the last 10 days or 2 weeks. So anyway, I'm going to try to do a repeat ride that I did up to Chewelan and over Flower Trail Road, which goes up 49 degree north, and see if I can get a better visual for you, everybody, and myself on that. Those who have watched my YouTubes obviously know what I've done to my Ultra Classic 2011, and I did put up a YouTube on a therapy ride a year ago where I hooked up my GPS, my Zuma 660, and mounted it onto the fairing with a Harley mount system, and I have a YouTube on that. And I had on my helmet at that time, I had a little Bluetooth intercom set up called the BTS2, and it really worked very well, and always seemed to be okay. But the last number of times I've used it, I had difficulty getting it to charge. And then when I plug in because the plug-in for the charging side of the Bluetooth was also the main connection for the mic and earphones, and so they do a micro USB, not USB, but micro set design. It's kind of unique to them, and I've come to realize that it's just kind of a faulty design in that connection issue, and others have maintained the same comment about it, that they had trouble with it. So I tried messing around with it, and I couldn't get it to do any better. So I've tried several. I've tried the Uclear. I tried an early model, 100 model. It wasn't their deluxe model by any means, and it got me started, I guess you'd say. And then that BTS2 got in it for under $50, and I really liked it. The sound was good, but so I bit the bullet this time, and I went on the web, and I located a company out of Southern California called Two Wheel, or Two Wheels, and they advertised the Sena 20S Evo. At the time, it was a special that they had, and I got it for a heck of a good buy, and I'm super pleased. I got it in, took the other out, put this one in, and I've been playing around with it with my my phone and my GPS and what have you, and the FreeWire, because I have a Sena FreeWire as well. See if I can get here on the traffic. I'm up here on US 395 in Clayton, and I've got to get out here on traffic. So as you can see, traffic's pretty bad. So I'm going to pause it right here for the moment and pick it up. Well, I'm back up on the highway again now. I wanted to make sure I had clear traffic, I guess you'd say, to get out there. So anyway, I stepped up and bought this Sena 20S Evo, and got it about a month or so ago, and I've played around with it. I have a Sena FreeWire that I can plug into my intercom setup on this Ultra Classic, and so I can pretty much have good communication with not only my radio, my GPS, my phone, and I can hear it all in my helmet. And you know, there are a lot of options on Bluetooth headsets, and I know there's a number of good ones. Sena seems to be the top dog, and so over the last 3 or 4 years I've played around trying to do it the inexpensive way, and I really feel like if you're going to do it, do your research and go from there. But anyway, so this is the first chance I've had to do a video log. Of course, I use a Sony Action Cam, and I've got it mounted to my side of my helmet, and got the mic plugged into it and through a special connection I made up, and I'm hoping it all turns out well. I did this video last year in October. It was about the same temperature that I've got right now, and had a buddy of mine go with me, and we had a nice ride. I got it featured on that. I did it as a 2-part series. One is that it took a little longer on the first part and shorter on the second. That's Loon Lake out there. Beautiful day. You know, of course, the nice thing about traveling north, which I am doing right now, with the sun to my back, you get to see all the colors and everything without the glare on the camera and what have you. And everything's coming out nice now. The trees are blossoming, like I mentioned earlier. It's kind of, tree pollen is very high right now, and so it's been an issue for me, but I hope I've got a handle on it now. So, but I'm traveling north on Highway 395, and coming up onto a little community here called Loon Lake, and of course the Loon Lake itself is to the left of us here, off to the west. And I'll be going further north to a little town called Chewelah, and I think everything's working out okay on this. So. Perspective on where we are. Chewelah is 16 miles north of here, and Grand Forks, British Columbia is like 92 miles. So we're not too far from the Canadian border. So, nice ride. Here in eastern Washington we have a number of roads that has some nice twists and turns and so forth to get to the backcountry. But on their main roads, of course, many of them are pretty straight, unexciting. So, but nonetheless, if you get out and ride, that's the adventure is half of the battle, I guess you'd say, getting out. So, I love the ride. bad. A little bit of a wind out today. Just went into a little buffeting and everything. I mentioned earlier in my video logs that last year I changed out my windscreen from a stock Harley windscreen that I was able to buy from my neighbor who has a 2012 Ultra Classic. I went to this Clearview windscreen that's same height as my other one. It's about like, I think it measures from the top of the fairing here, about 10.5 to 11 inches. Has a slight recurve up at the top here, and one of the things that I've really noticed is that I don't get the buffeting right here in front of me like I used to get. And of course I have my little side vents closed, but it seems like I always seem to get buffeting there. And I know when I bought the bike, the guy before me when he fixed it up, he put a short windscreen on it, and he had the fairing bags up here and everything, and it just a little too much for me. And I tried it without a stock windscreen, and I've always been used to a little more of a windscreen in it. It is more comfortable, I'll tell you that. But a lot of guys like to have wind in their face all the time, and I tried that, but different strokes for different folks, as they say. And this has worked really well. This is a nice little farming valley community, everything. We're coming up on a little area called Chewelah, and I'll throw that in there. But looking over to the east, I'll be going up over those mountains there on Flower Trail. This is Spokane Indian Tribe Casino here in Chewelah, and they seem to do a fair amount of business there. And then I've made last year we made when I generally riding up here with my friends, we stop here at this rest stop at Texaco Station for a break and then drive on. But today got a little later start, and then wanting to try to do this with a little better video. Hopefully it's going to turn out. So always an experiment. It seems like every time I get my camera on and try to figure out what's going on, I just sometimes I do it right and other times I don't. I don't know. I think I'd know after 3 or 4 years of doing this stuff that I know what I'm doing, but sometimes you don't get it all quite corrected the way you want to, so Massive tree farm here. I don't know if I think it's Christmas trees they do primarily here in Chewelah and stuff. I don't know if you can pick up on that, but of course they sell a lot of these trees for landscaping too, so, and they obviously ship them all over, so Ferry Trail Road. Goes up to a ski resort called 49 Degree North. Very popular. This little town here is, I'm hoping we get a good view of it, but it's an old town, and late 1800s. But last time I came through here, I had my camera so low you couldn't see anything, so I think what I'm going to do is